Hi everyone, welcome to week 14. Sorry I'm late in getting this video up. So this is the final week of course content. Next week will be your final exam. I will give you a review sheet for that, but of course it's open book and open notes, but just kind of how to get ready for it. So this week, one of the things that we're going to discuss is the importance of getting children moving. I have some resources for you. One of the ones that I really suggest that you look at is the Active Early Guide. And it was done when Michelle Obama was in office in order to support families and teachers in getting ideas of how to get children moving. The important thing to think about that when the children are in any space for a long period of time, getting their heart rate up is important. So bringing the children outside isn't necessarily meeting your obligation to get kids moving. You can have one child who sits in the sandbox for the entire hour that you're outside, and then that child has had no active time. So we need to figure out ideas to get children so that they're active and get their heart rates up. So for this week's assignments, you are going to do an activity plan on an activity that will get children's heart rates up and get children moving. We would like you to find a prop. When you're writing the activity plan, you're not doing it. So a prop could be something like a balloon to keep up in the air, or streamers, or a ball, or bean bags, or placemats with different colors to get children to jump from one to another. If you go into this folder, you're going to see the activity plan instructions. Those of you who have done activity plans or learning experience plans, what they're being called now, those are the one that for this assignment is just a little bit different. So for those of you who are familiar, and even if you're not, this is good information, but this is the Wisconsin Model Learning Standard for motor development. And we're trying to we want you to plan an activity that meets one of these. This is the list of performance standards. This is the list of performance standards. You need to try to find an activity that meets one of these performance standards. So take a look at them. If you have any questions, let me know. You must use at least 2 props. So you could have music, could be one of your phone with music on it, or preferably a speaker. And then also something else like beanbags or whatever. And then there's a list of requirements, which of course one of them is that that it raises children's heart rate, so it can't be sedentary activity. When you see what is coming up on my screen right now, ignore it. That's just a document that I had pulled up for a different class. Let's go back to your week folder. So if you go into, if you take a look at that, I'm going to have to go back into this. If you take a look at those instructions, and then the actual modified activity plan that you have to fill out is right here. So if you click on that, this is also where you turn it in. After you do your activity, you need to post it. So write your activity, turn it in, and this is the activity plan, turn it in, and then post it also on the discussion board so that everyone can read each other's ideas. This last discussion board is just going to be reviewing everything we've talked about. So all the topics that we've talked about: universal precautions, communicable diseases, abuse and neglect, safety, licensing, SIDS, infant care, attachment bonding, nutrition, all of those things. And I would like you to write 3 paragraphs about 3 things that you learned during the semester that were new, and then the requirements of the paragraphs are there. You do not have to follow up to this. You only have to make one initial post, and you don't have to have any conversation about it unless there's something that strikes you and you want to talk about someone else's post. You're welcome to. Thanks, everyone, and I will give you more information on the exam as the week progresses. I'll be posting the review sheet, and then you will have all of next week to take the exam. Make sure you're getting caught up and keeping up with your work. If you need an extension on a due date, I can give you slight extensions. I mean, everything is open from spring break on. But if you need an extension after next week, we're going to have to talk about it because we have to have grades filed by a certain amount of time. I will talk to everyone. Take care.